Welcome to Boomhauer 69 channel, and today Boomhauer is going to talk about what I'm going to do with this old boat trailer here. Let me get more closer to the camera because I don't got a microphone on me, and I don't know how well you'll hear me from back there. But yes, this was an old boat trailer that before my father had passed away, I started to work on, and I was going to restore it and make it back into a boat trailer again. This was designed to basically carry a small rowboat, like a 12-foot aluminum rowboat. But then my father got colon cancer. This got put off to the side, and he passed away, and then it just sat out in the weeds for a really long time, rusting. It's still solid frame, and it's still got some weight to it. It's still solid and everything, where all you would have to do is basically sand off the rust and re-primer it, paint it, and voila, the frame would be good to go. But then I got to thinking about, instead of trying to restore it and fix it back to a boat trailer and putting all that money, time, and efforts, and then probably not making much on it when I resell it, I decided to go a different route. And today I was looking at it out back because it was in the weeds, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to use it to build simply a go-kart. That's my idea with this, is in a future video, turn this frame somehow into a go-kart. Right now, I'll measure it for y'all so you know the dimensions. It's 42 inches wide, which is just a little bit over 3.5 feet, 42 inches wide. Longness is about, here's the longness is about 67, so it's just a little bit under 6 foot. So it's about a little bit 5 foot, over 5.5 feet. But yeah, now the idea to turn this into a go-kart is simple. Only I don't own a welder, and I don't have much mechanical knowledge, so I don't want to weld, so I'd have to get with people I know that have welders and that are mechanical inclined, know how to weld and stuff, and get with them to get some of their input on how to go about turning this into a go-kart. The ultimate goal I would like to do is turn this into a 2-seater go-kart, which could be done, but it might be a little more challenging. You'd have to widen this out a little bit to make it a 2-seater adult. Now, to make this a kiddie go-kart, you personally wouldn't have no problems with making this a children's-sized go-kart, but I'm going to try to make this adult go-kart. So what I would probably have to do is, right off the bat, thinking about this, is cut the back off, extend that out a little bit longer for seating and stuff, and pedals and stuff, to add the motor and stuff, extend it out a little bit more to make more room for the motor and the seat, the rider, and everything if I'm going to make this adult go-kart. Because what I'm thinking about doing for a motor is, most people use horizontal side shaft motors. They go to Harbor Freight and they get the whole horizontal side shaft motors and they slap it on a go-kart frame and call it good. But me, because I like to be different, I'm going to, in the front here, put a vertical shaft motor on it. And instead of having the motor behind the rider, I'm going to have it in the front using a vertical shaft motor. And probably just a typical vertical shaft motor with a belt pulley system running the axle behind it. And so that's going to be a challenge, a little bit of a challenge. Now, if I wanted to solve that issue of how to make the vertical shaft motor spin the axle, I could almost just use parts from a riding lawnmower and essentially make this into probably a mower almost. But yeah, that's the ultimate goal with this, is to simply turn this old frame here, this old boat trailer frame, into a drivable go-kart in the near future. I don't own a welder. I'm not mechanically inclined. Even if I did own a welder, I don't know how to weld. I know how welding works, but I don't know how to properly weld or do anything like that, because I never welded in my life. So I would have to, in the future, get with people I know that know mechanics and know welding and stuff, and talk to them when they got free time to do so. A lot of them have children and families and lives and stuff, so they may not have time to get with somebody like me. And those people might even watch this video and they might comment below their ideas of what they would do and stuff, so, and everything. But yeah, the ultimate goal is just to simply try to turn this into somehow a go-kart using a vertical shaft motor is what I would like to do. Have a motor in the front, so that way you don't have it in the back and stuff. Now, I did talk about in past videos about building a horseless carriage idea, like a vintage car from the 1900s. That's for future that's later on in the future, but for now, this right here, I'm just going to do like a typical basic go-kart, you know, which is a vertical shaft motor and not just like a redneck, ghetto style, whatever you want to call it, homemade go-kart and stuff. The thing with this, to do a vertical shaft motor, obviously right here, this is all open, so you would have to weld a metal plate and make a motor mount and stuff, you know. You'd have to weld a metal plate here, cut you some holes in the center of it for your motor, and then also weld something here to be able to add seats and stuff. And then also, if you want to make it more legroom, obviously you would have to cut this in the back here to extend it out more and make this longer. Because again, it was only, what was it? We were saying a little bit. Yeah, about a little bit under 6 foot, so you'd have to extend it out more to give more leg room for the adult riders. Because again, I'm going to make this as an adult go-kart, not a child's go-kart. This would be something for adults. One of the things I would like to add on this as well is some sort of electrical system that adds some lights on it, you know, kind of like what dune buggies have and stuff. So yeah. So, and that's what's thinking, you know, there is one kind of small engine motor that I'm looking at that I thought would be cool to try to try to make this into a running go-kart, which it may not work because that's only what I think like around like a 5 horsepower or something, small cc's, vertical shaft motor that I thought was, it's a Chinesium motor that I was looking at online that I thought would be kind of neat to slap on this and try to make a runner, which may not work. What may end up happening is in the near future, after I talk to some people that are more knowledgeable about this, about building go-karts and stuff, it may be one of those where I just basically use a lot of small engine riding lawnmower parts, and it ends up becoming probably more of a lawnmower, which is in a way is a good thing, because then obviously some lawnmowers have a small little charging system on them and a battery and electric start. But I'd like to try to do something pull cord style, so that way you don't gotta mess too much with them. Electric starters going out and then have to replace electric starter, just as simple. I'd like to do a vertical shaft pull cord motor like a push lawnmower has, and then just have the electrical system for lights only, because I would add brake lights, turn signal lights, and stuff, you know. And right offhand, when I'm thinking about kind of for like modifying for lights, I would almost just go out and buy some aftermarket like motorcycle lights and stuff, and just use lights from a motorcycle to put lights on this, or maybe look at out there what kind of off-road style dune buggy lights are out there and stuff, you know. Be essentially just kind of build a cheap build, you know, build something cheap out of this and stuff. Something that's going to be, the idea with this go-kart build is to build something that you can, where I live, I'm about, I think it's either 50 or about 100 miles away from Michigan's, what they call Silver Lake sand dunes, where basically my ultimate goal would be sometime to build something kind of unique and cool, you know, where people would say, hey, wow, that's kind of cool, you did that, and maybe take off-road, maybe a little much, you know. Kind of a little bit something kind of fun, but also a little more kind of show-worthy, if you catch my drift, but yeah. Now, for tires, like, thinking off that, I almost thought about maybe some sort of, like, lawnmower, maybe do some lawnmower tires, or maybe look into the different types of motorcycle motors and make this more like a quadricycle, whatever they call it, you know. Maybe do some motorcycle tires, or simply small lawnmower tires or something like that, you know, one or two would kind of look at, see what my options are available. Basically, what it would be is in the near future, I'd have to, not right now, I can't, but later on, I am going to talk to somebody in my area that's, I know that's mechanically inclined and done this sort of thing before and get their input, and then later on, get with them, build it into the go-kart, and then do videos about it and try to film the build process as much as I can, when I can and stuff, so far on. So yeah, check for a later video on this. So you'll want to subscribe because you don't want to miss this. This will be something in future videos as well. It's just, as right now, I've got to talk to some mechanical people I know and stuff and see about how we can go about turning this into a go-kart. And those people that I know, they may see this video and comment below their input on all that stuff. So and stuff. So if you stumble upon this video, you happen to build a go-kart yourself, and you know, and you're mechanically inclined, you know a lot about that stuff, feel free to comment below your input on how you would turn this into a go-kart frame. Again, this is just a basic standard boat trailer frame, so to give you a rough idea on that, it's just a typical triangle, kind of square triangle shaped boat trailer frame. It was originally used to tote a 12-foot aluminum rowboat, which I don't have no more. So yeah, so comment below if you know anything about this. What would you do? Like, what kind of motor would you add and different things? Which I think about the biggest motor I'd probably add on this vertical shaft is probably just a 8 horsepower or 11 horsepower motor, because that's what I do. I'm not worried about making the super fast off-road, you know, go-kart, just a kind of basic little putter, you know. I'm not worried about having a speed demon, I guess you'd call it. So, yeah, comment below your thoughts on this project and what you think and should be done. I may even use this, or I might get with somebody, say, that might tell me, oh, just scrap this idea and let's just build a whole new frame from scratch and do it that way. But, yeah, I'm thinking about more of this, but you'll probably see more videos on this, so don't forget to hit that red subscribe button down below to help out Boomhauer69, because that'll help me out. The more subscribers, the better my channel will grow, and the more opportunities I'll have to do these sort of build projects. So comment below your thoughts and everything. Like I said before, hit that red subscribe button, help out Boomhauer69. Like this video if you like this sort of content, and don't forget to share this video. Share my channel with everyone you know to help out Boomhauer69, and I hope you all have a good day, and thank you for watching.